Guys, welcome to the toolkit build video that we're doing for our truck. We're going to be going through and kind of making a toolkit that fits our needs for the truck. We do some various things with trucks, whether it be helping people move, towing trailers across state lines, whatever it may be. I like to have some tools in the truck just in case we have issues with trailers, the truck. We got to take things apart when we get there, whatever it may be. It's a good idea to have some tools in the truck. I've got a kit that I've had for years and years that we're going to be kind of toning down. It's too large, but it doesn't have everything that we need. It's bulky, it doesn't really fit well in the cab. It's not waterproof if we have to put it in the bed with the bed cover open. So we're going to be making some adjustments now. This is for those of you that like to get real into the details with stuff. If you don't really care about the details, this probably isn't the video for you. So let's get into looking at the kit that I currently have and why we're changing it out. So this is the current kit that we have. It's a DeWalt. I've had it for probably 10 or more years, and it's been great. The quality of the tools are really good. I have no complaints there. But there are some complaints that I have about some things because I'm a particular OCD kind of guy. So as you can see, we've got just about everything in here, except a few things, and I'll go over in just a minute. So we've got Allen wrenches, metric, standard. We've got 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch ratchets. We've got spark plug sockets. We've got wobbles. We've got 1/4 inch, metric and standard, short and long. We've got 3/8 metric, standard, short, long. We've got 1/2 inch metric, standard, short, and long. We've got Torx bits. We've got Allen keys for the ratchets. We've got wrenches. We've got everything that we need in here, including a plethora of extensions. Now, as you can tell, this is a very, very, very good, solid kit. However, what it doesn't have is pliers. Now, that's not that big of a deal other than I have to grab a separate bag and pull pliers out of my toolbox whenever we're going, and sometimes I remember it and sometimes I don't. And we also have multiples of things. Now, those of you that know tools and have been around this stuff for a long time, you know that a lot of times you can get by in a pinch with a set of metric sockets on a standard size nut or bolt. It's not ideal, but you can get by with it. You also don't need short and deep and 1/4 inch. There's a lot of redundancy, I guess is what I'm trying to get to. Same thing with Allens. A lot of times you can get by with just a set instead of having metric and standard. And so what we're trying to do is get a more inclusive set, but we don't need the redundancy. For example, a 15 millimeter, there's probably 6 different sockets in here that you could use on a 15 millimeter because we've got short and deep, metric and standard, and we've got 3/8, 1/2 inch, and 1/4 inch. So what we're trying to do is just narrow that down. And so I think I've got a really good way to do that, and I want to bring you guys along the way to hop into that. So here's what we're working with. We've got a metric set, short and deep, 6 through 19 millimeter on this kit here. We've got a short extension, a long extension, a ratchet, 3/8. We've got a wobble, and I think this is going to put us in a really good spot from a socket perspective because yes, I know we don't have standard, but a lot of these we can make it work if we need to for metric and standard. And a lot of things these days are metric anyways, even American vehicles for the most part are. One thing that the kit didn't have is a screwdriver, so we'll put this 11-way screwdriver in there. And then we did another video on a review between Snap-on pliers and Icon pliers. I'm going to link it in the description below if you guys want to see that. I'm not against Snap-on whatsoever, but for what we're doing here, we're going with Icon. So we've got some Icon pliers. I think this covers a lot of what we need here. And we've also got some Allen wrenches that we're going to throw in there, in addition to 1 or 2 adjustable wrenches. So I think with this, we're going to cover most of what we need. And if there's anything outside of this and we got vehicle problems, we're probably going to need to get it to a shop anyways. So this is just going to try to cover as much as we can with being in the vehicle. Now, what we're also doing is we're putting all this into a small Milwaukee pack out with some Kaizen foam that we've got for this to fit. Now, we've cut this down. If you guys are interested in doing the same thing, I'm going to try to find some that's already cut for these, and I'll put that in the description below. If I can find it, check that out, and you'll be able to buy this Kaizen foam for that. So let's go ahead and get started on the layout for all of this, and we'll kind of take it from there. So far I've got 2 layers of Kaizen foam cutouts because we're going to do 2 layers of tools in here, and then you'll pull 1 layer out in order to get to it. This Milwaukee set has already been specially for the thinner pack out crate. So this sits right on top here, and then it still latches and everything just like that. So essentially our top layer is already taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and set this out to the side. Now we'll pull this piece out, and then you can see we've got our bottom layer here. So what we'll do is we'll start laying it out on our bottom layer, we'll get it traced out, and then start putting our pieces in there, and we'll figure out what the best layout for all of this is. So I have a feeling we're probably going to be using the pliers more so than the Allen wrenches and the screwdriver. I could be wrong, and it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to go ahead and start to figure out how we can put the lesser used tools in the bottom section here, and then we'll put our other tools, I believe, on the top section. So we'll go ahead and start laying this out. Let's get to cutting this out. So this one is going to be staying stationary. It's not going to be coming in and out. We may need to go a little bit deeper on the Allen wrenches here. So let's work on these now. We'll clean all this red up when we're done. Okay, so we're gonna have some fine tuning and trimming still to do. But for now, let's see if we can get this sitting in here properly. Yeah, so that fits pretty dang good for now. We're gonna go through and sink a little bit of these in further. One that will not go any further is the screwdriver, and that's because it's sitting all the way in there. And I actually am not really worried about anything in this drawer except for maybe the Allen wrenches. We'll go a little bit further on them. Especially here in the center section. Let's see how they sit in there now. Oh yeah, that's much better. In this kit, I think we need to go a little bit deeper on the channel locks, especially where the handles go. A little tight on the handles. There. Perfect. Guys, thanks a ton for tuning in and checking out this little toolkit that we put together. I hope this helps you. If you're looking for resources to do a very similar thing, look in the description below. I'm gonna link a bunch of the products that we used. If you have any questions, please leave those down in the comments below. And if you have any advice, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking to learn, and I know our audience is too. We'll catch you guys on the next video.